Hi friends, welcome back to Cooking with Katie. Isn't this so cute? I love it. So today for dinner we're going to be making my mom's meatloaf. I have loved this all throughout my childhood, and I don't really have a written down recipe for it, but I know what goes in it. So it's kind of a measure by your heart type of recipe, but I hope that you enjoy it too. So to start, we're going to take 2 pounds of hamburger meat. Next, we'll be chopping an onion. I'm going to use a red onion. If you like a milder flavor, go ahead and use a yellow one. Doesn't really matter. Next, we're going to do the same thing to a green bell pepper. Just take out the seeds and the stem and chop it into little pieces. All right, next we're going to take about a tablespoon of minced garlic, 2 eggs, salt and pepper to taste, we're going to do about a teaspoon of garlic powder, same with onion powder and Italian seasoning. Next, we're going to take a big old handful of cheese. Put it right in. Then a tablespoon of Worcestershire. And roughly 3/4 of a cup of breadcrumbs. These are Italian, but you can use plain too. Now we're just going to mix it all together. It's best with your hands. And go ahead and preheat your oven to 375. Because this will be going in very soon. So now go ahead and spray a baking dish, and we're going to put this all in and form it into a loaf. I like to try to get it as flat as I can so that it cooks evenly, because you don't want the outside to get really brown and then it still be raw on the inside. So just get a rough little loaf shape. I like to push it into the middle so that it gets all cooked on the outside. You just want to make sure that you squeeze it together so that it stays while it's cooking and doesn't crumble apart. So now if you want to, go ahead and add more cheese on top. Okay. Now once your oven is finished preheating, this is going to go in for 50 to 60 minutes. Just keep an eye on it, and at the 50-minute mark, check to see if it's ready. So I'm also going to be making mashed potatoes tonight. So I'm just going to roughly chop my potatoes. We like the skin on, so I'm going to leave it on. Put them in a pot of water with some salt. Let that boil. So while the meatloaf is cooking, we're going to go ahead and make the sauce that's going to go on top. This is really kind of measured by your heart depending on how much sauce you want. We like quite a bit. So I'm doing a little bit more than a cup of ketchup, about another tablespoon of Worcestershire, a tablespoon of mustard, and roughly 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. So we're just going to mix this up, and if you wanted to add a little bit of pepper, you could do that too. I would just stay away from salt since there's already salt in the ketchup and mustard and stuff like that. Kind of looks like barbecue sauce. Give it a little bit of a taste. Very good. All right, so we're gonna wait until about 5 to 10 minutes before our meatloaf is done, and then put this on so that it caramelizes on top. All right, so the meatloaf has been in there for about 40 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and cover it with my sauce, and then pop it back in there for another 10 minutes. And there you have it. Honey, dinner's ready. So if you like this recipe, please like, share, follow, YouTube subscribe so we can make more recipes together. Have a great evening.